Hello class. Today we're going to be discussing functional analysis. Here are the objectives for today. We'll be talking about what a functional analysis is, the functional analysis conditions, and I will finally be providing examples of each of these conditions. So what exactly is a functional analysis? Cooper defined functional analysis as a process in which antecedents and consequences representing those of a person's natural environment are arranged so that their separate effects on problem behavior can be observed and measured. To put into simpler terms, functional analysis is used to identify the function of a problem behavior. The functional analysis conditions include the play or control condition, attention, alone, escape, and tangibles. In the play condition, preferred activities are made available to the individual, social attention is provided, and no demands are placed. If a problem behavior is to occur in this condition, you are to ignore it or neutrally redirect the behavior. In this example, a therapist is in the room with Jimmy, and they have made preferred activities easily accessible, are providing Jimmy with social attention, and not placing any demands. Jimmy is leading the activity, and the therapist is playing with him. The therapist records the frequency of hand-biting that occurs throughout the session. The frequency of problem behavior should be low in the control condition, and the purpose of this condition is to act as a comparison for all other conditions. In the attention condition, attention is diverted or withheld from the client. If a problem behavior is to occur, attention will be provided in the form of mild reprimands or soothing statements. In the example provided, a therapist is in the room with Jimmy and does not provide any attention. The therapist only provides Jimmy with attention when he bites his hand and records the frequency of hand biting throughout the session. If Jimmy engaged in high frequency of hand biting in the attention condition, the function of hand biting may be to gain attention. In the alone condition, a low level of environmental stimulation is present. This means that the client is simply alone in the room, and items and people that might be stimulating to them are not present. If a problem behavior occurs in the alone condition, you will ignore or neutrally redirect the behavior. In this example, the therapist places Jimmy in a room with very little environmental stimulation available. The therapist has removed stimulating items from the environment, such as toys, and Jimmy is left alone in the room. The therapist watches Jimmy through a one-way mirror and records the frequency of hand biting throughout the session period. If Jimmy engaged in a high frequency of hand biting in the alone condition, the function of hand biting may be automatic reinforcement. In the escape condition, task demands will be delivered using a three-step prompting procedure, including instructions, modeling, and hand-over-hand assistance. If a problem behavior occurs, a break from the task will be provided, task materials will be removed, and prompts to complete the task will be stopped. In this example, the therapist is in the room with Jimmy. She provides him with task demands using a three-step prompting procedure for folding a towel. The therapist provides instructions. You need to fold the towel, models how to fold a towel, and provides hand-over-hand assistance for folding a towel. If Jimmy engages in hand biting, therapist will stop running the program and provide Jimmy with a break. Therapist will record frequency of hand biting throughout the session. If Jimmy engages in a high frequency of hand biting in the escape condition, the function of hand biting may be escape. In the tangibles condition, after having access to a preferred activity or toy, it is removed. Moderately preferred or neutral toys will still be available, as well as attention. If a problem behavior is to occur in this condition, the preferred activity or toy will be returned to the client. In this example, the therapist provides Jimmy with access to a highly reinforcing item for a minute and then removes it. Moderately preferred or neutral toys are still available in the room, and the therapist's attention is also available. If Jimmy engages in hand biting, the therapist will return the highly reinforcing item. Therapists will record the frequency of hand biting throughout the session. If Jimmy engaged in a high frequency of hand biting in the tangibles condition, the function of hand biting may be access to tangibles.